You can earn really good money when publishing articles on Medium. For those who don't know, it's a platform where you write your interesting stories and get paid for this. The longer people spend their time reading your content, the higher the chances that you'll be rewarded financially. But I want to say that becoming rich here isn't the easy process, especially for the beginners. Like anyone else, you should start from scratch and build your audience in order to get some traction. It usually takes around 6 months to see the positive results from your work. However, if you don't afraid of hard work, showing up with your articles on a consistent basis, I can say you can do really well on this platform. If I were you, I would start reading the other writers' articles first. By doing so, you will have a clear idea of which type of content is trendy on Medium and which doesn't work. Just try to write the real-life stories rather than scientific and data-based articles. It will help you to build a group of loyal readers very fast. Stay away from broad topics. Instead, it's better to focus on something specific like secrets of successful relationships, cooking tips. In other words, don't shoot for many different categories. If you plan to make money for a living from Medium, I would recommend you to treat your work more seriously. Stick to a schedule, trying to post 2 or 3 articles per week. Also, pay a huge attention to the headlines of your articles, because well-crafted title is more enticing for a reader to click on it. If you hook someone's attention from the very beginning, that person will more likely to read your content to the end. And this is a secret formula of being a successful writer on Medium. Keep in mind that all the articles tend to rank on Google. It means if your material is SEO friendly, it can be seen by more people of the platform. Don't neglect or using different keywords and combinations in all your texts to give them even more exposure. But don't exaggerate, let them be integrated naturally, like if you were talking in real life. Once you get some traction with having a solid base of followers, beside your main earnings on the platform, you will have an opportunity to make even more money. Medium gives you a chance of sharing the external links for free, what can be an amazing moment to promote your other businesses. The next online job you can do remotely is the audio files transcription. This is probably the best side hustle for women to start now. If you are good at listening and typing the text very quickly, it can be a good chance for you to consider this side hustle as a full-time job in the long run. For those who don't know, transcription is the process of converting a media file into a text version. In other words, someone gives you the audio track or a video and you create the content of what you have heard, and it has to be 100% accurate. In order to become a successful writer and making some money while staying at home, I would recommend you to start with the entry-level jobs. It's just necessary to get a minimum of experience to understand how it all works. Otherwise, it's gonna be a whole mess in your head. Start working with such companies as Go Transcript and Review. After completing the test of your typing skills on their websites, you will have to wait for approval. Usually it takes a few days. After being accepted, you'd better to start with transcribing the short audio files. It won't be much time consuming and you will have a clear idea of whether this work is good for you or not. Once you like this activity and want to continue, I would say that you shouldn't stay for long at the low-paid projects, which usually are the vast majority when working for agencies. You should better to collaborate with bloggers and YouTubers. On the Upwork, for example, they do pay much more for the same kind of work, but you have to be a really skillful transcriptionist with a good concentration and fast typing speed. Otherwise, making good money for a living in this industry can be only a dream. The next online job is a website tester. This is also one of the highest paying side hustle for women today. The goal is next. Since the developers don't want to hire the professional testers for this type of work, they need to get an authentic analysis and opinion from the real-time users, but not the impeccable conclusion made by the IT specialist. However, the random people like you and me can be applied. When choosing this work, the main task is to perform the surveys and leaving the honest feedback after surfing the different random applications. Before you start, you have to understand the basic requirements for doing this online side hustle. Basically, one should have a stable internet connection, microphone, and of course, good communication skills. If you have them, great. The next step will be the practical test, where the voice tonality and the ability to freely express your own thoughts will be reviewed by employer. If you pass it, then the access to the online work will be available instantly. If you want to make a good money with this type of the online hustle, I recommend you to take a look on the 3 legit websites, such as Testing Time, User Testing and Userlytics. They pay really well. When working with Testing Time, you can make around 50 euros for one test that lasts around 60 minutes. You'll be paid for reviewing their application applications and some physical products. Definitely worth to consider. With user testing, you can earn from $10 to $100 for the same 1-hour test. The exact number will depend on the type of feedback and your review duration. Last but not least, the Userlytics will ask you to leave the opinion about the ease of use of their platform, mainly the navigation and interface. For 30 minutes test, expect to earn around $10. Also a good alternative to make some extra money. Photo editor, the next job in today's list. It is also one of the best side hustles to make money online. If you have never edited the pictures before, it's high time to start learning something new. One can earn really good money in the editing industry. There is a strong demand for high-quality pictures nowadays. Many brands and companies need professionally looking images for their products promotion. It can be your chance to do a work from home, which doesn't require a lot of skills. Unfortunately, many of us think that we have to be talented or creative artists in order to become a good editor. But it's not true. In reality, you should have more knowledge on the software rather than demonstrating the masterclass of image super effects. It's not mandatory to possess a high level of Photoshop skills, because there are many other simpler applications which the average user can learn in 1-2 weeks. For example, you can download GIMP for free and start working on the first draft projects while watching the YouTube tutorials. Your main goal as a beginner is to become good at color correction, cropping and retouching. 3 main things which the average customer is looking for. Being a good photo editor will allow you to find many side hustles on Fiverr and many other freelance platforms. In general, you can expect to earn from $3 to $5 for one well-edited photo. But once you level up your skills, you'll be able to attract the regular clients and business agencies who gonna be willing to pay you much serious money. The next side hustle idea worth considering today is to start dropshipping. For those who don't know, this is a business in which you act as a third-party supplier. For instance, when somebody buys a perfume in the online store, paying a full price, you receive a good profit margin from it. The main advantage of starting a dropshipping is you don't have to own the physical store nor any products. Your main task is to find a supplier for your shop. In general, the vast majority of people tend to collaborate with such websites as Alibaba or Amazon, and you won't be the exception. For the beginners, I would recommend to start dropshipping with the well-known platform Shopify. It works like a store, where you attract the clients and sell them the goods which are in demand. With Shopify, you can easily build your online brand. Despite the high and consistently growing competition in this industry, there is still enough space for the beginners. The formula of success lies in your ability to find the product that sells and set the lower price for it than your competitors. Of course, there is an available option on Shopify allowing you to track the popular products, but I wouldn't always rely on it. If I were you, I would use the Google Trends tool to have a clear idea of what people are looking for. But even if you are a smart and flexible entrepreneur who knows how to get the tons of traffic and high-quality products, starting a dropshipping can be tough at the beginning. You have to put the efforts and a few months of hard work in order to make $1,000 on a consistent basis. But if you have a right mindset and motivation, I can definitely say that you'll multiply those numbers even 10 times higher. Today, many young people make really serious money when running this business. Ladies, if you enjoy the side hustle videos, then I'll be posting the new jobs opportunities even more. In this episode, there are also great options to choose if you want to work remotely. Go ahead and watch. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel in order not to miss more interesting content in the future.